guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're going to take a look at the new ACCEL package in BT20, the Special Release Booster 2.5. It's going to let us get into Chaosmon Valdur arm and play some of the older Chaosmon cards. So without further ado, our egg of choice is going to be BT20 Pinamon. Your turn once per turn when any of your Digimon with the ACCEL trait are played. This Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with the ACCEL trait in the hand with the cost reduced by 2. We do have an option that's going to let us do that really easily, and this is going to net us a reduced cost Evo. They're going to pair really nicely together, and we do also have the level 6s that we can just hard slam effectively for 7, and then Evo for free into another level 6 and do the DNA shenanigans. So this is going to be a huge enabler in this deck. For our level 3s, 4 copies of BT20 Falcomon. This Evo's on a Pinamon, or level 2 with the ACCEL trait for 0. Your turn when this Digimon would Evo into a card with the ACCEL trait, reduce the cost by 1. It's going to be a great rookie for us to get into stacks quickly, and it has a piercing inheritable. We have 3 copies of Ukkomon. Listen, guys, we don't have a third rookie for this deck. There's nothing that slots in really naturally in this deck without making you pay 3 on your level 4s. You could attempt to go the vaccine bottom end, but then you're paying a lot of memory to go into your level 4s again. Even if you don't hit the Patamon that lets you Evo for free, you're kind of trading down, in my opinion. So we're going to run the BT16 Ukkomon. Helps us find our pieces, lets us hatch another egg. I don't feel like we're losing anything other than our dignity by playing this card. We have 4 copies of Liollmon from BT20. On play reveals top 3, add a card with Chaosmon in its name or the ACCEL trait, and an option card with the ACCEL trait among them to the hand. The rest go bottom, and this one has the barrier inheritable. So we're looking to have piercing barrier on this stack. We're going to go for our level 4s, 4 copies of the Diatrymon from BT20. Goes for 2 on an ACCEL trait level 3. On play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It's going to be great because we do want to be looking to swing over things or DP reduce them. So this enables us to swing over something when we Evo, and it has a piercing inheritable as well. For our other level 4, we have to run the ACCEL BT20 Liamon. On play when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k for the turn, and it has barrier, so the minus 3k is going to remove rookies, or the DP reduction effects will start to add up, as you will see the higher up the line we go. To fill out the level 4 counts, I'm running 2 copies of the BT8 Rapidmon. This might be weird to some people, but bear with me. This is going to be a 4-cost Evo on any of our level 3s besides Ukkomon. We can get into this 4-3 with our Scrambles. It has Armor Purge, so it allows us some level 3 aggression. And when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon for each Tamer you have in play. Then up to 3 of your opponent's suspended Digimon get minus 5k for the turn. That DP reduction does actually matter because when combined with the LoaderLeomon, we could potentially dish out minus 8k, which clears, I believe, almost every level 5 that's relevant in the game. Or if we go into the Crowmon after this, they are minus 5k, which means we are more than likely going to be swinging over them successfully with the Crowmon. You can go the starter deck Rapidmon. That's a perfectly fine choice. I like that this hits the 8k threshold a little bit better, which is why I'm running it. For our level 5s, we're going 4 copies of BT20 Crowmon. Evo's on an ACCEL trait level 443. On play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and one of your Digimon gets plus 3k for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. Part of what makes this pair really nicely with the Rapidmon is we don't have to worry about paying the 4 and not being able to keep turn and swing over something because the Rapid's going to suspend it down, hopefully, give it minus 5k. Then you Evo into this, you get plus 3k, swing over their stack. You're probably really safe when doing that. The inheritable says when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k for the turn, so lots of DP reduction in this deck. And then we have 3 copies of the BT20 LoaderLeomon. On playing when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects and gets minus 3k. The not activating when Digivolving effects is really nice. It's just going to shut off their stack basically for a turn. Nobody likes that, and the minus 3k can matter with the other smaller DP reductions underneath it. The inheritable says opponent's turn once per turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon, so a redirect is going to be really nice, especially with our Chaosmons as the top end. Onto our level 6s, 4 copies of the Onto our level 6s, 4 copies of BT20 Varodurumon. I hope I said that right. It Evos on an ACCEL trait level 543. When this Digimon would be played, if you have a Digimon with the ACCEL trait, reduce the play cost by 5, so you can play this for 7 if you have an ACCEL trait Digimon. On play, when Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon, and one of your Digimon gets plus 3k for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack, so another great way to swing over an opponent's stack. You're going to be coming in at 15k, which is pretty good. Also, piercing inheritables underneath that, going to make it a really appealing way to swing over things. End of your turn, this Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA into a card with Chaosmon in its name in the hand. Then the DNA Digivolved Digimon may attack. Great effect. Allows you to get into Chaosmon and dole out an attack for your trouble. The inheritable says when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k for the turn. Combined with the Crowmon inherit, they're going to be minus 8k. They're probably not standing in your way when you come into swing, or you're removing a level 5 or lower. We then have 3 copies of the BT20 BanchoLeomon. Same thing when this would be played if you have an Excel trait Digimon, reduce the cost by 5, so you can slam this bad boy down for 7. On play when Digivolving, de-Digivolve 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon gets minus 5k until the end of the turn. That's going to be really nice as well with the DP reductions we talked about earlier. We can get up to minus 8k with the Loader and the Rapid. This brings it up to minus 13. If you manage to make it all the way up the stack, that's going to hurt them real bad. End of your turn, this Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA into a card with Chaosmon in its name in the hand, then the DNA Digivolve may attack. Same thing as the other level 6, we're just getting into Chaosmon and then swing it. The opponent's turn effect as an inheritable, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. The redirect is going to be great. Moving on to our level 7s, we have to have them because we are running, it's a Chaosmon deck, 1 copy of EX6 Ultimate Chaosmon. This card is kind of too good and too silly not to run at least at 1. DNA's on a yellow-black level 6 and a green-purple level 6 for 0, so the 2 level 6s can DNA into this. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, you place up to 2 level 6 Digimon from your trash as this card's bottom sources. Then for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digimon, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn with this Digimon with 4 or more level 6 Digimon cards gains Sec +3 and Piercing. If you play this later in the game and you have the level 6s to tuck underneath it, you're going to basically DNA, bottom deck 4 cards, and then you're going to swing 4 checks and Piercing because the DNA effect on the level 6s allows you to swing after DNAing into this. That's going to be really, really hard for your opponent to recover from, and the BanchoLeomon effect and the LoaderLeomon and Hair are going to let you redirect things back into the stack. We have 2 copies of the BT16 Chaosmon. This has Barrier, Blocker, Partition, 6 and 6. The other one had Partition as well, I forgot to mention. When Digivolving, de-Digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of their Digimon gets minus 8k for the turn. Really, really efficient at removing a single body from the board. And then end of opponent's turn, you're going to trash the top card of both player security stacks. Hopefully that won't be happening with the Singularity of Chaos we have. We should be recycling our level 6s. But really, really great card regardless. Then we have 2 copies of the new Chaosmon Valdur arm from BT20. DNA's on the same things, basically. Well, not the same things. It does matter. It is a yellow level 6 and then a green or black level 6. So this is going to fit our level 6s perfectly. But if you want to put another this in another deck, the requirements are different than our other Chaosmons. Security attack +1. And our Partition effect. When Digivolving, for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers and gain 1 memory. Then none of their Digimon or Tamers can activate on-play effects or on-suspend until the end of their turn. Really great effect, suspending down the board and stopping things from happening. It's a kind of a better control piece, in my opinion, than the regular Chaosmon. So we're going to run it at 2. For our options, 3 copies of Singularity of Chaos from BT20. While you have a Digimon with Chaosmon in its name or the Excel trait, you may ignore this card's color requirements. Security, gain a memory, add this to the hand. Main, play a Digimon card with the Excel trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 4. Then place this card as any of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. So we can already play these bad boys for a cost of 7. This is going to reduce it further by 4. Theoretically, we're paying 3 plus the 2 on this option to play a level 6. That is 5 total for any of you math wizards out there. And the inheritable says end of opponent's turn if this Digimon has Chaosmon in its name. Trash your opponent's top security card, and this Digimon gets minus 30,000 DP for the turn. You might be wondering, what is the point of that? Well, the point of that is that you are not being deleted by one of your own effects, so Partition will trigger. So you would have a level 6 on board, effectively pay 5 to play another level 6 and tuck this underneath it. You're DNAing off the 5 memory play into your stack, and then you get whatever effect happens. And at the end of the opponent's turn, you get minus 30k on your Chaosmon Valdur arm, or your UltimateChaosmon. The Partition triggers, you get both your level 6s back, you get both of your on-plays back, and you are in business to DNA again next turn. We have 2 copies of the Yellow Scramble. This is going to help us get into our Rapidmons for cheaper, and whatever level 5 Evos on top of Rapidmon gets in cheaper. Also, playing back to level 3 in this deck does feel really nice, because we do have a cost-reducing rookie. Being able to get that on board and start climbing into another stack, basically, when you're behind, feels really nice. Tamers, 2 copies of the BT1 TK. When you have 2 or less memory, you set it to 3. That's going to be nice because we don't have any trainings in this deck, so this is a good way to guarantee that we actually have the memory to play with. And then on play, you can look at your security and reveal a card and add it to the hand. If that card is yellow, trigger recovery +1. So we're basically going to get any of these pieces back because there are all yellow, basically. We don't get Ukkomons, we don't get Singularity of Chaos, we can't get UltimateChaosmon or Analog Youth, but any of our Digimon we can basically grab with TK, which feels nice. I guess you can grab the other ones, but you don't recover 1 off it, so I probably wouldn't be doing it, but you can. If you don't want to run the TK, there is the TK and Cody that you can run, where when you Evo into a multicolored yellow-black Digimon, you gain a memory, something like that, and when you DNA, you de-Digivolve 1. That's also a great card that could go in the slot. I prefer the guaranteed 3 memory. 3 copies of Analog Youth. On play, reveal top 3 of your deck, add a Digimon card among them, trash the rest. That's fine. When one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with sources is deleted, suspend this Tamer. If you do, gain a memory, then hatch a Digi-Egg. That's going to pair really nicely with the Singularity of Chaos. When we lose our Chaosmon, we can tap analog youths. The more analog youths we have stacked up, the more memory we get back, which makes this an even better play. You're guaranteeing more memory on your turn. Other things you can do in this deck that I think are worth mentioning, because I'm not doing it, but somebody might decide they want to. You can run trainings in this deck. Every single boy that we have here is yellow base. Aside from the Ukkomon, you will whip your Singularity of Chaos and your UltimateChaosmon. I think that's mostly fine for how many cards you are hitting with the trainings. If you want to enable yourself to make plays, could definitely consider just dropping the scrambles and then slotting in your trainings that way. I think you definitely still want to keep the analog youth, so I wouldn't sub those out, but maybe drop these two. You could drop one of your level 7s, go down to like a nice 4 copies there, and then get your trainings in. Totally viable. You could also run Calomon in this deck from BT19. I think that would be interesting. You can just basically suspend it down to get free Evos. That would pair nicely with the 3-cost memory tamer. In this particular build, though, we don't worry too much because we have a mem setter. That means as long as we have a level 4 in the back, we can always promote 3 for the level 5, and then go into the level 6, do all your shenanigans, and you're basically good to go. So that's going to be it for this deck profile. Let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below with Chaosmon. I'm interested to see what you guys are cooking. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our YouTube members for supporting this channel. It's people like Liollmon, Big Z11, Coffee Deus, and Octavian who make videos like this possible.